This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. I'm Marek Mazurek. A food ingredients manufacturer headquartered in Westchester, Illinois, is planning a major investment in its central Indiana operations. Ingredion Inc. announced this month that it will invest more than $100 million to increase efficiency, modernize equipment, and boost energy reliability at its manufacturing plant in Indianapolis. Ingredion's communications director Rick Wyon told Inside Indiana Business that the investment supports the company's Texture and Healthful Solutions business segment.
Think of the crispiness of a French fry or the creaminess of peanut butter or smoothness of yogurt. Texturizing ingredients really play a big role in that. And a lot of food manufacturers are realizing that. And so our business in this area has grown. And as that part of our overall business has grown, we wanted to invest in this plant.
Ingredion plans to use the investment to modernize the existing equipment and reconfigure the setup of the equipment lines in the facility, which should improve reliability. The company currently has about 400 employees in Indianapolis. The project is expected to be completed in the second half of 2026. Terre Haute-based Union Health has filed a new Certificate of Public Advantage, or a COPA, application related to its planned acquisition of Terre Haute Regional Hospital. Our partners at WTWO-TV confirmed with the Indiana Department of Health that the application was received and that the IDOH is conducting its initial review. Union Health's previous COPA application was withdrawn in November. That merger attempt was opposed by the Federal Trade Commission, who said it would lead to higher costs and worse health outcomes. The new merger attempt also comes as Indiana lawmakers are considering legislation to do away with COPAs altogether. Senator Ed Charbonneau, who was a key architect of the 2021 law that allowed COPAs, now wants to repeal it. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
To succeed, you need to stay informed. You need to be engaged. And let's face it, you need to set yourself apart from the rest by connecting with a company that brings you the best. Because in today's environment, business is an ever-moving target, and we'll help you chase it. IBJ Media. The best of business is in us. Get started at ibjmedia.com/youngprofessional.
Indiana's Senate on Tuesday approved a handful of education measures along party lines, then the chamber nearly split on bulked-up carbon storage requirements. One education bill passed along party lines lets schools take revenue available for collective bargaining and use it on supplemental pay for high-demand teaching positions. Other education bills which passed the Senate include one requiring school boards to publish materials online about what their school's sex education curriculum entails, and then one which would legalize chaplain counselors in public schools. A measure dealing with carbon dioxide storage and transmission pipelines caused debate across party lines, however. Senate Bill 457 exempts pipeline companies from needing to get certificates of authority in some cases. It also tweaks fee amounts and directs fee proceeds away from topic-specific funds towards the state's general fund. It would also create a permit for certain carbon dioxide wells and adds inspection provisions and includes new fines for violations. That measure passed by a 27-21 vote. President Donald Trump has frozen billions of dollars in Energy Department loans for clean energy projects, but on February 7th, he quietly blessed one deal cut in the final days of Joe Biden's presidency, a $782 million loan guarantee to a company expanding a biofuels plant in Great Falls, Montana. Montana Renewables, which makes jet fuel and diesel out of plant oils, beef tallow, and other waste fats, signed a $1.67 billion deal with the Energy Department on January 10th as part of a flurry of nearly $50 billion in loans. Montana Renewables is a subsidiary of Indianapolis-based Calumet Inc. Calumet launched Montana Renewables in 2021 with the goal of becoming one of the top renewable diesel producers in North America. Like other Energy Department loan recipients, Montana Renewables saw its loan frozen after Trump took office and vowed to cut back on clean energy programs. However, Montana Renewables recently became the first company to get its energy loan money under Trump. With 2 intercollegiate swimming competitions coming to town in February and March, Elkhart County is set to experience an economic boost that is a rarity in the winter months. The Great Lakes Valley Conference Swimming and Diving Championships kicked off earlier this week at the Elkhart Health and Aquatic Center. The event will run through Saturday, bringing close to 1,000 students, coaches, support staff, and more to the area. With the competitors and families staying in hotels in and around Elkhart County, patronizing restaurants and touring sites in the area, the Elkhart County Convention and Visitors Bureau projects an economic impact in the millions of dollars from the 6-day event. Ball State economist Mike Hicks is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC. A weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Marek Mazurek for Inside Indiana Business Radio On Demand.